I'm very happy that they have broken up, so I don't get to keep seeing this name attached to this girl's name when I don't know him for nothing as a standalone. And for me, it's important to know people based off their own name and merit and what they have done. I don't even know enough about her. Like, I'm not her.
Wait, so he's saying, so he basically saying like, he only hear his name because of Haley. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, these gym been popping, bro. I can't lie to you, bro. And they can tell you right now, bro, man, I've been knowing DDG before Haley, man. Like,
Demo.
What's up, everybody, man? It's your boy Quell, man. We back with another video, man. Y'all see, man, we're reacting to the DDG and Joe Biden beef, man. I know y'all been seeing it on the social media, man. That going crazy, man. We finna find out what this beef really about, why it even started, and how it's finna end.
For time, I feel like a 9 to 5 should only be used to fund your own business. Like, I don't think nobody should ever get a job and say, I'm gonna be the 10-year best employee of the year. Like, nobody should ever think that, because if you ever late too many times, they're gonna get rid of you. They don't care what you got going on in your family. They don't care about nothing. If I'm the business and you always late and you doing this, I'm firing you. It's plain.
All right, I understand where he coming from, but like, I don't feel like a 9 to 5 should only be to fund your business. I mean, that's the reason I'm doing it. But like, bro, for most of these 9 to 5 workers, they like what they doing. Most of them make a lot of money from it. Most of them 9 to 5 workers we need. Like 99% of everybody, like in this world, have 9 to 5 jobs, bro. Some people like them, some people don't. It's meant for some people, it's not meant for some people. We need some of these workers. We don't need some, like, we need the 9 to 5 workers, man. We need them 9 to 5. We need them 9 to 5ers, bro. We need them, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with it too. Like, you know, it's keeping people out the streets. You know, it's keeping people doing good with themselves. You know, it's keeping them up. You know, getting on the right foot, man. You know, ain't nothing wrong with 9 to 5. Don't let nobody knock you off a 9 to 5, man. If you want to work a 9 to 5, do that, bro. Don't care what nobody else got to say about that, man. But I understand where DDG coming from. We say only use it to fund the business. I can feel that. That's the reason I'm doing it. But you know, like, you can't knock everybody else off their grind. You know, everybody got different ways. You know, trying to, like, you know, make it out. You feel me?
Plain and simple. I don't give a damn what you got going on, because I know I got 1,000 applications and they gonna grind hard because they need this money to fund their business or just to work here forever. So I'll tell people all the time, I'm like, bro, you can't be stuck in no 9 to 5. It's nothing wrong with a 9 to 5, but it's like, it's what you doing with the 9 to 5.
This is just all around a terrible take from DDG. I don't care what nobody on earth is telling you, bro. If you are a 9 to 5 worker, that is okay. 99% of the population of this country are 9 to 5 workers, or I guess like 11 to 7 workers if you do overnight, but y'all get what I'm trying to say. Do not let nobody trick y'all out y'all's position by telling you that working a regular job is a waste of time. That's just not true, bro. You can run bands up working a 9 to 5 just like you can hustling. And on top of that, not everybody is meant to be a CEO. If everybody was the owner of their own business, nothing would ever get done, bro. The workers are just as important as whoever is at the top of the pyramid, if not more important. This was just a bad take from DDG, but there is more to this story today. So DDG and Joe Budden, they just got done going back and forth with each other online, pretty much taking turns calling each other a bunch of nobodies. And it all started with Joe Budden going on his podcast and basically asking, who the f is DDG and why should I care about him?
My question to my distinguished panel is a question I've been asking myself for quite some time. Who the f is DDG? and why am I supposed to care about his thoughts on anything?
Okay, come on, let's be real, bro. We all know DDG, bro. DDG been well known on the YouTube community, the rap community, man. We've been knowing DDG for the longest, man. You know DDG, man. Come on. Don't even sit up here and lie, bro. We all know DDG, bro. This man been popping since like 2016, man. We know who DDG is, man. Like, don't do that. Don't do that, man.
So that is pretty much how this back and forth gets started, with Joe Budden saying, who in the hell is DDG? But it wasn't just that, because just a few days ago, DDG actually announced that he was breaking up with his longtime girlfriend, Halle Bailey, who is an actress. Also, she is a musician. And he announced to the world that they were breaking up with this message right here, where he pretty much said, after a lot of reflection and conversations, they decided to part ways. He said, however, they were still on good terms. And then it was an amicable breakup, right? Nothing too crazy, not nothing that most of us would probably care about. I personally don't care who is dating who and who's breaking up with who. I could care less, right? But he put that out, which kind of led into this conversation on the Joe Budden podcast, where he was basically like, I don't know who DDG is, but that's not all he said, because he did continue by talking about this breakup.
I'm very happy that they have broken up, so I don't get to keep seeing this name attached to this girl's name when I don't know him for nothing as a standalone. And for me, it's important to know people based off their own name and merit and what they have done. I don't even know enough about her. Like, I'm not her.
Wait, so he's saying, so he basically saying like, he only hear his name because of Haley. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, they gym been popping, bro. I can't lie to you, bro. And they can tell you right now, bro, man, I've been knowing DDG before Haley, man. Like,
demo. Right. I'm not her demo either. But every time I see his name, it's attached to hers, and it's typically in some type of clout chaser fashion.
Oh, don't do that.
So that makes me look at him a different way, and hopefully I get to look at him a lot less now that they've broken.
Well, she's extreme.
You know the DDG I know? That was Jake the Snake's finishing move.
The DDT.
Whatever. I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about. No, the DDG I knew. That's when Jake the Snake got real mad. That's when he did you like that. I don't know about this new DDG that y'all talking about. That's not really my bag. I just think that homeboy has presented himself to be a clout chaser for the term of the relationship. Last time being mentioned on this broadcast for the rest of eternity.
Now, I know Joe Budden's got a lot of fans. He's got a lot of people in the comments that's going to be eating me alive for this take. But Joe Budden saying that DDG was living off the accolades of his girlfriend, nobody knew who he was till he started dating her, is a wild take, because DDG has been on these YouTube streets for like a decade, running numbers up. On top of that, Joe Budden talking about somebody getting more popular or using somebody else for clout to get popping. And so that's why he don't want to hear their name, is absolutely crazy, because let's not act like Joe Budden wasn't completely fucking irrelevant before he started beefing with Drake. That man came out, dropped a couple records, signed a Slaughterhouse, got on a couple songs with them dudes, and then fucking disappeared. Nobody was checking for Joe Budden till his name was attached to Drake a couple years ago. Let's be real. And like I said, I know the Joe Budden fans gonna try to eat me up in the comments, but if we compare apples to apples, let's be real. What he's saying DDG did is pretty much exactly what Joe Budden did with Drake. Now, Joe Budden has done quite a bit to further his career by himself since then, but like I said, we're not finna sit around here, or I'm not finna sit around here and act like he wasn't completely irrelevant before he got back into it with Drake. That's what got Joe Budden back re-popping. That's facts. Now, DDG would catch wind of this, and he would respond to Joe Budden on Twitter. He said this dude got 30 years max of life left, and he's speaking on a relationship of people the same age as his son that he's taking care of. I hope.
Wait, what do you mean he got 30 years left? Hold on. Wait, hold on. How old is Joe Biden, bro? Hold on. We finna see right now. We is finna see this right now. Joe Biden. I said Joe Budden, bro. I'm tripping. I said Joe Budden. Oh, he 44? He at 44 years old. Oh, he said he got. So he basically saying he gon'. Then he said, Master Life, speaking on a relationship with people the same age as your son, you don't take care of. I hope you forget to take your magnesium pills today, you old. That's that's crazy. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, this nigga, I never seen this nigga DDG spaz like that, bro. Not even with the pretty boy Fredo beef, that nigga didn't spaz like that, bro. This nigga must have some real beef with Joe Budden, bro. I remember this nigga said, I remember that nigga used to diss him. I don't know. I remember that nigga saying his name one time in one of his old songs. It was like, DDG, I don't know, no SKT. And that song, he said something about Joe Budden. Feature me and I'm gonna feature Joe. Something like, y'all know what I'm talking about, bro. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Hope you forget to take your magnesium pills the day you old. And then he added Joe Budden. And he continued, he said, I don't be tripping about the girls saying cause I'm used to it. It's all love. But you dudes with a platform, y'all gonna get a response for sure. And then he sent this out. He said, Pump It Up went gold after 20 years, you old. At Joe Budden, I'm on you. And what he's speaking on is something that DDG has been dealing with pretty much since he started doing music full time, right? If you didn't know, before he was a musician, he was just doing YouTube. He was a vlogger. And a few years back, he decided to switch lanes. He decided to go do music pretty much full time. And the reason why he brought up Joe Budden's song Going Gold after 20 years is because DDG himself has a double platinum record with Moonwalking in Calabasas that had Blueface on it that now sits at over 120 million views on YouTube alone, right? When you go look at Joe Budden's biggest record, which is Pump It Up, that didn't go gold for almost 20 years, it only has about 31 million views on YouTube. So Joe Budden's biggest song only has about 1/4 of the amount of views as DDG's and about half the views of DDG's second biggest song, which is Arguments, that has 62 million. And these are just on YouTube. DDG has successfully established himself as an artist, and this is something that people have pretty much been refusing to acknowledge. They've been giving him hell for years over his music, saying that, hey bro, you're just YouTube famous, you're not actually famous like that. But the truth of the matter is DDG does have more records that are massive than Joe Budden ever had in his whole career. Now, I'm not saying that the music is better than what Joe Budden was making, because when Joe Budden was with Slaughterhouse, he was dropping some fire bars. But at the end of the day, if we're, like I said, comparing apples and apples, DDG's music career has been enormously successful, especially in context to what Joe Budden's rap career looked like, which was nothing short of just a failure. And that's something that DDG took the time to point out.
You know how this works, Joe Budden, so I don't want to cuss too much and say what I really want to say. But you don't really know who you talking to for real. And I don't even come on here on no gangster shit. Like, I ain't coming on here to say I'm gonna whoop your ass. I will whoop your ass. Don't get it fucked up. I'll beat the shit out of you.
I heard enough. Let's get a boxing match.
But I ain't coming on here to say that. You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm coming on here to say you talking to a real social media legend. You talking to a real, like, somebody that put their family in position to win. Somebody that motivated your kids, nigga. Motivated your family, your nieces and nephews. Somebody that entertained them for years. Somebody that really put a stamp on some shit. In music, I got way more accolades than you in music. And I'm doing way better than you in life in general. And I'm 26 and you're 44. 44. I looked up, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna
44.
lie. I didn't know who Joe Budden was until he sat next to Academics. Oh, I don't know what label he was signed to. They had that on the radio, but you know where they had it at the most?
Where?
The trampoline parks. That's the only place I know you from. Because I used to go to the trampoline parks and they used to play Pump It Up.
No.
Oh my God. And he got
a cheerleader song.
Cheerleader song.
He made a cheerleader song.
Pump,
like, come on, like,
pump it up.
Like, you be dancing to that
Pump
motherfucker.
it up. Nigga went gold in 20 years. 20 years? It took you 20 years to go gold?
Wait, what that mean?
To get a gold record, you gotta sell 500,000 copies, right? Mind you, just to put it in perspective, I got 3 gold records and 1 double platinum. And I'm nowhere. This man is old enough to be my uncle, my pops. Like, this is an old man.
OG. He OG.
He ain't OG to me. You ain't get no respect for me. But he like an old dude. You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's like, when I see shit like that, I'm like, damn, I ain't gonna lie. I looked up his accolades and it made me feel way better about myself. Because a lot of people be on me crazy. But these niggas ain't even got plaques. Like, this man has 1 plaque in his home. 1 plaque.
That's the only one you got?
The only one he got. He been waiting at the mailbox for 20 years.
Now, at this point, you may think that DDG is winning this argument, right? But if you believe that, then you would be wrong, because DDG is one of these people who have kind of built his career around being hated, right? Kind of like a Logan Paul, except a rapper. And Joe Budden is hella loved by the culture and the community. So even though DDG was making some valid points, most people on the internet were quick to go against him, just out of the love that they have for Joe Budden. And this whole situation actually started to backfire on him. One of the main reasons why is because in that clip we just heard, DDG said that he would put the beat down on Joe Budden. And when anybody is in an argument with somebody else and they start to resort to a violence, in the eyes of the public, 9 times out of 10, they are going to perceive it as that person is losing the argument. Now, I think the reason why DDG said it is because DDG has actually got in a boxing ring before. He kind of has like a semi-professional boxing career going. And so I think that's kind of where his head was at when he was saying that, but that's not how most people perceived it. And on top of that, after he said that, he proceeded to give a horrible take by bringing up accusations that Joe Budden had against him years ago that were unsubstantiated. Everything was just alleged. And DDG brought it up, started speaking on it as if it was facts.
Glad you mentioned my name, because I'm about to, you don't know who you messing with. I'm Mr. Monetizer, okay? I'm gonna find out everything about you. I can really dig deep. I don't know if I should do that. Nah. And I don't know if I should do that. I could really dig deep.
Now, his homeboy kind of tries to tell him, nah, right there, but DDG was already in it. It was too late to go back, so he continued.
All them old people on that podcast know who I am, and no disrespect to the woman, but you a part of the group. All y'all old folks know who I am, and if you don't know who I am, do your professional fucking job and do your research, okay? Look it up before you speak, because you don't know. I did a little research. You a deadbeat dad.
I know he ain't.
He a deadbeat dad, bro.
Wait.
Yes, he's a deadbeat dad.
And he was talking on your situation with your baby mama?
Yes,
why?
I'm the best dad in the world. I looked it up.
We all know we gotta take care of our kids.
His son made a whole song about him.
He a rapper?
His son is a rapper. And
hey, bro,
I ain't seen him put it on. I ain't seen him put his son on his podcast once. I ain't see him put his son in position where he got a platform. He wanted to give it to his own blood, his own baby. As a matter of fact, Joe Budden's son, come on the podcast, bro. And I might throw you a little bag or something.
Now, again.
Hey, I didn't say, hey, I'm about to throw you a little bag too. Hey,
and up to this point, DDG hasn't really taken any too crazy shots at Joe. He's talked about his career. He did talk about him being a quote unquote deadbeat dad, which is a little personal. Joe Budden didn't really take no personal shots at DDG. No, he just basically said, I don't know who this dude is. And up till this point, DDG was making some valid points. But right here is where he started to, I think, lose the audience, because he started to bring up things that are just unsubstantiated, right? These are uncharted territories that DDG is running into. And after what he's about to say, people really just stopped messing with his take.
He's a lonely man. That man can't leave the house. That man can't go to a club. He got to stay in there with his little girl or whoever. He got to stay with her, and he got to just stay in the crib and smoke hookah. He type smoke hookah, little freaky ass. Probably smoke hookah in the crib.
Nah, he probably smokes cigars.
Put on booty shorts and sit in the crib. And the only reason why I was skeptical about doing this is because I have a lot of on my fans and bicycle fans. Like, I have nothing against God whatsoever, but I didn't know this. I looked this up today. Joe Budden is bicycle. Really? I swear, I looked it up. I get this to the your community, Joe Budden. Y'all get folks gone. I don't want no smoke. So past this podcast, like, I don't really want to dig deep or talk about you jumping on your baby mama's stomach to get ready to feed it.
Whoa, what did you say?
You jumping on your baby mama's stomach to get ready to feed it. Like, I ain't trying. I'm not talking about that. No, this is just public record.
This can't be.
Bro, that nigga DDG is messy. That nigga is messy. Oh, bro. That nigga DDG is messy. No way that nigga just said that. Nah, he taking it deep. Nah, DDG, chill, gang.
Allegedly, this man was playing Pump It Up and jumping on his baby mama's stomach to get rid of the baby.
That
is like crazy.
Now, what he is speaking on is accusations from one of Joe Budden's exes that were, like I said, never substantiated, never proved in court. They were accusations, and that's all that they were. And I think this is where DDG started to lose the audience, because at this point, he started operating off of emotion and not off of facts. When he was talking about Joe Budden not going gold for 20 years, that was facts. When he starts talking about this is like science fiction. And as a public figure, you would think that DDG would understand that anybody can be hit with accusations at any point in time. It could happen to you, me, anybody, right? Nobody is safe from it because anybody can allege anything. And so when he started operating in this manner, he really did lose the confidence of the people that were watching, right? Now, Joe Budden hasn't responded to any of this, but to be fair, he opened himself up to a little bit of criticism by speaking on it in the first place. He inserted his opinion in the DDG situation. DDG simply responded. And during that response, he took it just a bit too far, or at least what I would consider to be a bit too far. But man, y'all gotta let me know what y'all think about it in the comments down.
Fine, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this situation, man. It definitely could have been avoided. DDG didn't have to take it that deep, and Joe Budden didn't have to just go on that podcast and say he don't know who DDG is. Man, y'all know who DDG is, man. Y'all know who Joe Budden is, man. So y'all just let me know what y'all think about this, man.